Hi, so today I've got a NodeMCU board which is based on ESP8266 chip. Uh, Earlier I've been using this board with Arduino to build a number of projects right from IoT relays to IoT based doorbells and a couple of other projects. Uh, but to bring the simplicity of Python, now you have MicroPython firmware which essentially can replace whatever firmware comes on this board, and then you can use easy Python programming to get kind of benefits of embedded programming using simplicity of Python. So let me just show you that how you can do this. So to start with, what you need is uh, a tool called ESP tool, which essentially is a firmware flasher for MicroPython. And then you need a IDE just like Arduino. So this IDE is called Thonny. There are several others available, but several other IDEs also available. But okay, this I found this is a good one. Then this is the main link coming of MicroPython, where you can get other variants of, all the variants of MicroPython for different chipsets. And this is the link where you can download the latest firmware, MicroPython firmware for ESP8266. So before we start anything, actually, we need to first verify to which port are we connected to. Uh, so to do this, what you can do is you just do a tail var log messages and just see that what is happening here when you plug in or maybe plug out. I've just plugged out it, so it's connected to TTY. It was connected to TTY USB 0. So now let me plug it back. So now again you can see like it's hooked to where's that gone? TTY, yeah, TTY USB 0. So okay, once you confirm the port, then you can come out of this thing and just start downloading the firmware. So let me just download it here. Okay, it's already there, so I've downloaded it earlier. Okay, yes, there. So now we need to flash, basically erase the whatever is flashed onto the chip. We'll just erase it. Be careful of this port. Yeah. So it's now erasing. I do have a very bad quality webcam right now. So on this side, you can see that there is something, there will be something flashing at times. That's my blue LED of NodeMCU board. Okay, it's done. So it has erased the things, and now I will flash the firmware which I have downloaded. So ESP this thing. So that's the file which we have downloaded. So be sure of the baud rate. Sometimes the higher baud rates don't work. So you have to bring down this value. So I was using 115200 baud rate while working with Arduino on this board, ESP 8266 board. So I'll be using the same values. So let me just try to flash it now. Yeah, 4%, 8%, 20, 24. 60, 64. By the way, in the meantime, I've connected an LED to green LED to external LED to this board. So ground and between ground and D8 pins of the board. So D8 is essentially your, let me just show you, D8 is essentially your GPIO 15. So it would be pin number 15. Okay, in terms of a MicroPython firmware. Yeah, when you refer the pin number, you have to refer to pin number 15, and it maps to D8 of on the board. Yeah, so it's done now. So let me open the IDE So one important thing here, I mean, I was trying Thani as a normal user, but I was getting permission problems while it was trying to hook onto the USB port. So I have enabled sudo for my IDE, and now as sudo I'll open this IDE, and in here the first thing you have to do is basically go to tools, options, interpreter, and in here you have to basically, it would be like the default option is like same interpreter which runs Thani. So instead of this, choose MicroPython on a generic device, and then here in here then you get this option. Then in here you will see your device appearing, or otherwise you can just try this option, try to detect automatically. And once you're done, once you're done with these selections, click OK. And now this prompt that you see, it is actually coming from your NodeMCU board. Okay, so when you type help, that's the first thing you type. So the options that you see here, these are all coming from your MicroPython firmware. Okay, so now let's try out the simplest thing, to glow the LED and then turn it off. So as I told you that D8 is referred as pin number 15. So first thing we need to do is basically import uh, from machine the pin module in here, sorry. So let me just clear the console here first, or maybe I'll make it a bit bigger. Yeah, and then paste, it's done. So referring to the pin 15, and it will be used as output to turn on and off the LED. First I'll just glow the LED and then I'll turn it off. Yeah, so as you can see in here, let me just make it aside. You will see somewhere in here that my LED will glow up. Yep. And now I will turn it off. Yep. And you can also refer the current state by not passing anything like 0 or 1. Yeah. So if I say 1, close up. Now I want to refer what is the state? 1. Yeah. So that's pretty much thing, I mean, which I wanted to share today. So hope you like this. Thanks.